potential is a tricky creature because it gives you the illusion of having arrived while you have done nothing. I told myself quite early on, I'm going to be an amazing husband, amazing father. Those things were not questionable, right?
You didn't have to imagine them. You saw
that
them.
was potential.
Yeah.
That would have meant nothing. And till today, it would mean nothing if I don't ever get to realize that, right? My wife used to say, this is the biggest fear. I don't know what I would lose you to because you don't have boundaries. Because I could lose you to anything, your job, people, your boundaries are non-existent. You are available to everybody else and we get the crumbs of you. I remember this one time I was in a strip club and I just felt like God is looking down on me and disappointed.
Man.
And next to him, I felt like my dad was next to God.
Sheesh.
And I was like,
I need to get out of here, bro.
I'm leaving. I don't want to feel this filth no more.
We have the pressure of building the thing.
Yeah.
I have your dad's pressure. You come from nothing, you need to make something.
To make something out of
you come from something and you have the pressure of raising the bar.
The pressure of not even dropping the ball.
Hey, what's up? Welcome to That Husband Podcast with me, Blaque Nubon. Here we are husbands who aren't where we want to be, but certainly are not where we used to be. We are imperfect, always failing forward, trying to know better so that we can do better.
Hey, what's up? Welcome to That Husband Podcast with me, Blaque Nubon. This is where husbands try to know better so that we can do better. Before we jump into this episode, we want to thank everybody who's been supporting us. If you're joining us for the very first time, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Hit the notification bell so that you're updated on every single episode we drop every Wednesday at 11:30. Two ways you can support us. Number one, you can visit our website, thathusband.com, and you'll find everything that we are putting together here. Our online store is there, tickets to Beans and Bonds, workshops. You can buy us coffee through that site as well, thathusband.com. Second way you can support us is by booking me as a speaker, an MC, or facilitator for your next event. You can drop us an email at booking@blaquenubon.com. That's booking@blaquenubon.com. The husband that's sitting across the table from me today has no relation to Castor Semenya. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome Tumelo Socks. Semenya.
How are you, brother?
Good on you, bro.
Good. Well, actually, there might be.
There might be relation.
There might be.
Right.
States actually grew up. You know States.
I know States.
States used to play soccer with Castor.
Okay. Look at that.
They come. No, they don't come from the same village. But and States and myself are cousins.
Okay.
But the relation is far.
Distant.
It's very distant. But I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Semenya is the same name.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Let's go, bro.
Yeah.
You good, brother?
I'm good in yourself.
Dope, bro.
Yeah.
Dope. Tired, but good. Bro.
Not tired, man. I think I did send you the text. Was it in the morning? Or
Yeah. In the morning.
To say, man, that end of year fatigue is sneaking up on me.
It's crazy, bro.
Yeah, because this is like peak season for our industry.
So
you're quite involved in the number of projects. And,
yeah.
You feel that the body's taking a knock.
Bro.
Yeah, but more than anything, man, I'm grateful to be here.
Dope.
This is my wife's favorite podcast.
Come on now.
And thanks to the trauma that I've given her.
Yeah.
Because she was like, I want to understand this species way better. And we're better than the husband podcast. So literally, she put me on.
Come on, man.
Yeah, she put me on.
Come on, bro.
Trying to understand how husbands or men function.
That's dope, bro.
So
That's
so
good,
you're doing
man.
amazing stuff.
No, I appreciate it, bro.
Yeah, I think I did say last time.
Yeah.
At the Beauty of Transparency event that I think I saw on Twitter or X. Penuel was saying recommend the best podcast and stuff, and somebody said That Husband Podcast.
Yeah.
And he was like, he replied and said, for those who believe in marriage. I was
Yeah.
like, the nigga's message has gotten deep. It's clear. If anything that's clear is that you are talking about husbands that believe in marriage.
Come on, bro.
The message is reaching to the ends of the world.
Come on. Let's do it, bro.
Yeah.
I must send him a text. Be like, yo, man, I heard what you said on X, bro. Thanks. Appreciate it, brother.
Yeah.
So, that's dope, man. No, appreciate that, brother. I'm excited for our chat, bro.
No, same here.
Excited, man.
I'm looking forward to it. There's quite a number of stuff to unpack, I believe.
Got it, bro.
Yeah.
Before we unpack stuff.
You stunned me with a couple of stuff as we were downstairs. I'm like, brother.
Yeah.
No ways. You know way more than I do about me.
Come on, bro.
Yeah.
This research team here is packed.
No, the research team is on fire. It can bring about a revolution.
Come on now.
It's lit.
You want to change the country, come to us.
100%. 100%.
That's dope, man.
Yeah.
Bro, we compiling this book behind me, and we try to make that as a resource to give to husbands.
Beautiful.
Give to young guys who don't believe in marriage.
Sure.
You know, for whatever reason, we're trying to just reassure them that this thing is still valuable.
Yeah.
And there's still much worth in it.
Yeah.
So we asking our guests to help us define what a husband is. You know, and then we'll put that definition in there and other things to encourage these gents with. Yeah.
A husband.
Yeah.
Look, I think if you look at the word husband, it almost has house and bend, right? And so this is where the elasticity of your character is supposed to hold the family.
Come on, man.
And so I think a husband is one that takes up the position to make sure that the house holds together.
That's dope, bro.
Yeah.
That's dope, bro. That's a very apt definition.
Yeah.
A lot of dudes don't feel like that.
No, it doesn't feel like it, and it doesn't have to. It's just the way it is.
A lot of dudes are like, man, like, if I get stretched any further,
I'm about to break.
But
that's bro. The whole the functionality of the rubber band is for it to be stretched.
Come on, bro.
You don't stretch it, you misuse it. Yeah. So we are meant to be stretched in marriage, and so if not, then we lose our function.
Man.
Yeah.
It's crazy, bro.
100%.
I take that, bro.
Yeah.
I take that.
Yeah. Look, it's easy to say it.
Yeah.
it's another to
thing.
Experience it.
Come on.
I think I always joke with my old man. So we talk quite a lot about marriage. I've been privileged that way.
Yeah.
So he would call and, hey, old man, I'm struggling.
Yeah.
I'll be like, okay, so what do you want to do? Do you want to divorce?
Yeah.
You still want to...
You're asking your dad that.
You still want to be married?
Yeah.
I was like, what do you mean? Of course I want to be married. I'm like, then whatever options of solutions you have will then stem from that objective. And so then a week later, I would call. He's like, are you ready to take your own advice? So I think my parents are 38 years in marriage.
Dope, bro.
And so for us to still be having those conversations while I'm 5 years in, gives me that reality check that the things I'm crying about, some are not going to go away.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Bro, that's incredible, man.
Yeah.
A lot of us don't get to experience our fathers as fathers, let alone experience our fathers as husbands when we are
100%.
husbands, you know? So it just feels like you're in the upper echelons, bro. Like, you know, if Paul speaks about the seventh heaven, like
I'm there.
Yeah.
Count me in.
You're in the eighth heaven, bro. Like you.
I wouldn't lie. I don't want to lie. I often say there's white privilege.
Yeah.
And then there is spiritual and emotional privilege.
Yeah.
I think I grew up in those ranks.
Man.
Because I think I wanted to get married when I was 8 years old. So an 8-year-old me, and I think it's because of how my parents modeled marriage.
Sure.
So the 8-year-old me at some point is in the passageway and I'm like, yo, Papa, kinyagonyala. And there's some dead silence, and then I hear footsteps coming. I'm like, I'm in trouble. The bro did not say anything. He's coming. Then he grabs me by the hand, takes me to, I think it was my sister's room because it was just next to the bathroom. So
Sure.
takes me there and then makes me kneel. And then says, tell God the kind of wife you want.
This is 8 years old.
8 years old. So from that moment being 8 years old, how I looked at women and relationships and dating changed. completely. So I dated for marriage all the time. So obviously the relationships cut deep when they ended. Because I was far in, as far as my planning, my thinking around these relationships were. But yeah, I think literally, so I always go back to that moment when even weird things would happen, man. I would get older people text me about marriage challenges and be like, guys, I'm young. And this thing, I want to be in it and I love it so much. You're denting the image for me. But I think it was, in hindsight, now a reality check of what the institution requires of you. And so, but yeah, man, I think I was privileged in that sense. And my old man, quite a collaborative guy, a sentimental guy, emotional guy. So I've seen him cry. I've heard him say sorry. So... yeah, but then I get married, then you get a total different relationship. My dad's wife ain't my wife.
And I ain't my dad.
And I ain't my dad, sadly. Yeah, but man, in that sense, I've been privileged. I won't lie.
That's dope, bro.
Yeah.
This past Saturday, we had an event, and two ladies came up to the mic and spoke about how incredible their fathers are. And just how that sets a standard and a bar for them in the kind of men that they're going to choose, right? And you could just feel the tension in the room, like, dang it. Like,
we ain't about to pass this test.
None of us are going to match up. Boy, forget it, right?
Yeah.
So I say in response two things. One, or three things. The first one was, I think that's going to be my daughter's experience. Right? I think she's going to say to guys, yo, I know what a husband is. Right? So don't come at me sideways. In fact, my wife recently has said, I mean, she said it, but I think it's been a lot recently. That like whenever my daughter is ready to get married, she's gonna be like, yo,
this is the standard.
If he's not like your dad, I don't do it. Right? Which I'm in one sense is humbling because I'm like, man, like I know I'm a Popeye.
You feel like that.
I know I'm a Popeye. Bro.
Yeah.
And so to see and hear my wife say what she says, I'm like, okay, cool. So there's things that I'm doing, right?
100%.
I'm not perfect. You know, there's a standard that I still want to get to.
Yeah.
So let me not think I've arrived. Because I'm not. I haven't, you know.
And maybe just to chip in there, what was your experience of like a reference of a husband? Do you have any? And
yeah, I had. My dad was there 15 years.
Yeah.
And then age 15 he bounced. You know, so part of what weapons I have in my arsenal come from that first 15 years. My dad just being there, loving my wife, caring for us. So how you describe your dad now? Man, first 15 years of my life, that was my old man. Proper. You know, so I have the unfortunate privilege of seeing both sides.
Oh, fortunate.
Yeah.
I think because then you've got a wider perspective of of this thing. Some of us we got culture shocks.
But that's why I'm saying it's a privilege, but it's unfortunate because I had to learn it. You know, through a painful separation with my dad. So it's unfortunate in that regard, but it is a privilege.
100%.
Because I have both sides, and so now I know what to be and what not to be from the same man, right? So anyway, fast forward, I tell these ladies that, listen, I think it's dope that your dads were a standard and they're still a standard. But there's the skeletons that your dad and your mom probably buried away, which is fine.
Hundreds.
And they should do that to protect you, right?
Yeah.
So keep that in mind because that's also going to sober you up and being gracious towards the next man right, who comes and wants to marry you. But at the same time, I think let your dad's standard be a starting point and not the ultimate. That's not the goal. So that you have the tools from experientially living with a man who showed up in incredible ways. So if your husband doesn't have that, you can be a reference point, right? And be that guy to say, hey, listen, you're flopping here. And I know you're flopping because I know my dad.
Sure.
Why? Because you want your husband to surpass your dad's standard. So that by the time you guys leave this earth, you've elevated the progression. So that your daughter or your son can also elevate that standard. You know, we can't now die at the heels of our heroes. Like he's a hero. It's dope, right?
Hundreds.
But we need to elevate the thing because we're growing, etc., right? So I realized even in that moment, so I'm like, man, we hold on to that stuff.
Yeah.
You know.
And also I think which just brings this thought of how the Bible speaks about, and a man shall leave his mother and father and cleave onto his wife.
Come on, bro.
I think for me, I didn't realize that until marriage, right? And I think I shared this with you that day that so the leaving sometimes feels like it's for those who come from broken homes. Because it's easy. You know I need to leave that. It looks obvious to leave. Come on.
Yeah.
So it can be the standard.
Come on now.
But for some of us who then grew up with the privilege of this thing being so good.
So good, bro.
And now you have to leave it. Man, it will put you in a place of uncertainty. And you may hold on far too longer than you should. And so it caused the progression to happen. The leaving needs to happen. And most men struggle to leave. And I think there is, of course, I think whenever you could speak of marriage and relationships, there's a wider context of relationships to the general society.
Yes.
And then there is the Christian perspective.
Yeah.
And so in the general society, like, how dare you trust anybody else than your family? Right? With your life. Guys, there's stats, there's stories of how either men or women have, disappointed, the expectations and the ambitions that we've had. And so even those that don't believe in marriage will then even go to the stats to say, guys, the statistics around marriage keeps on dropping and dropping. Why would you want to do that to yourself? And so, but also then there is the Christian perspective where you understand that for me to die is to gain.
Man,
like
come on, bro.
So if I need to make a sacrifice through the lens of obedience, that is a better choice.
Better choice, bro.
than choosing to have things be convenient for you, right? So it's a calling.
It is, bro.
Yeah. So I think then it makes it difficult for most husbands. To leave because you still have that loyalty to your mom, to your siblings, to your and the minute you feel like your wife is wilding, you feel like you see
this is why I shouldn't have left.
This is why I shouldn't have left, right? And so Naomi says something powerful. Is it Naomi or Ruth says it to Naomi? She says, "I'm going with you.
Wherever you go.
You go. Your people will be my people." That's the kind of living that men need to do. To be like, hey man, I'm gonna cleave on to my wife. Doesn't matter what. Like the standard for men to love is to love them as Christ loves the church.
Come on, bro.
That is a big statement. That is a big statement. That means there's nothing that your wife can do that can make you guys separate.
No, bro. Which is hard for guys
to conceive.
To accept.
To conceive and accept that there is nothing that your wife can absolutely do that deserves your separation. Man. And so, it's a duty, man. I think, the romance part we see, the cosmetics we see, they are nice to have. But it's a line of duty. It's a call of duty. And so, bro, it calls for the living and the cleaving.
I wanna park that because there's a lot of threads to unpack there. Tons of threads, bro. So I'm like even thinking about what you said now when you look at the stats. And it's funny that people use that kind of logic and thinking only when it comes to marriage. Look at how many people are divorcing. Why should I get married? I'm like, well, look at how many people are dying, but you're still having babies. Look at how many people are getting unemployed, but you're still looking for a job.
No, hundreds.
Right? Look at how many people die from food poisoning, but it hasn't stopped you from eating. I'm like,
Facts.
It's only when it comes to marriage, bro. Yeah, look at how many people are divorcing.
It's convenient.
Yeah, I'm like,
it's very
bro,
convenient.
people die from car accidents
but you
every year.
You're excited.
You buy a new car, bro, and you're driving
and
to
a faster
limbs.
one for that matter.
Come on, bro.
Yeah,
come on.
100%.
Anyway, but I want to park that, bro.
Sure.
Because I think there's tons of threads for us to pull there,
Sure.
and just even in light of your story, because you dropped the gem there, bro. It's a bomb.
Yeah.
For you to leave a home with parents who love each other, 38 years, 38 and solidly years, so.
Yeah.
It's hard to leave that, bro. So I want us to circle back to that. But earlier on, you had spoke to, the experience of being 8. I want to get married. Dad says pray about this thing, and then you start dating. So you didn't say 8 years and then fast forward. I married my wife.
Projectile.
Yeah.
And you're married.
So 8 years old. Bow, pray. Here's the kind of wife you want. What makes you, and you don't have to give us body counts. It's okay.
No.
But what makes you go, okay, I'm going to date this chick. That doesn't work. And you're like, okay, let's try it again. That doesn't work. And you're like, yo. Because in my head, I'm like, bro, you had somewhat of the blueprint.
No, I did.
You should have just chilled.
Yeah.
So explain this to me, bro. What happens in those what happens in your dating journey, and why do you go a couple of girls before you meet your wife with that knowledge that you have?
Yeah, look, I think obviously when I told my dad that there was a girl in my head, there was a picture already.
At 8 years old.
At 8 years old.
Who's this girl?
No, because I think we went to live in town. I grew up in the village from 1 until 7.
Yeah.
So you'd always visit, and the old grannies would be like, "I'm Konyano."
Yeah.
So that in my head created that thing. Then she can be my wife.
Yeah.
And so when I was praying at the backdrop of that.
Okay.
But then you then start to date, and you realize that the dynamics are different, right?
Yeah.
At first, I was not even conscious of, you need to be saved or stuff like that. I was just, I like that girl, so let me date her.
Yeah,
so the girl that I had in mind, we didn't date. No, we ended up dating way later. Yeah. So we didn't date then. And then, obviously, the dating culture is influenced by whatever stage of life you're at, right? So
and whatever's happening around.
Whatever is happening around. At that time, and we are dancing, we have a dance crew. There's popularity. You engage with people. Everybody likes you. I think I remember in high school during break time, I'd have like 5 minutes with that girl, 5 minutes with that girl. I would schedule, guys. The next break, I'm gonna see all 10 of you guys. And so, but in hindsight, I think that just created that thing. Whichever girl that I want to marry, then I would then focus my attention on. But of course, one got derailed by being young and the dating culture as it existed, and so some of the things, and I'm glad the woman that I'm then married was not in that pool at the time, right? Because it then felt like, hey man, after all I've been through and done, I'm glad you're not part of any of those, right? So, because then I even remember the conversation that I had with the girl that I had a picture of then when I asked my dad that I want to get married. Later on when we were varsity, we were adults. And I was like, man, then I tell her the story. And I was like, but I think we have ruined it. Right. I think instead of having prayed about it and letting God guide our steps, I think we messed it up. And so we intercepted it and wanted to make it our own. We wanted to carve it for it to fit us. And so it didn't work out. And look, I'm glad it didn't, because where I am, brother.
Come on now.
Brother. If my upbringing gives me cloud 8, I'm in cloud 100.
Come on now.
Then so which then maybe I'll get into the story of how I meet my wife. So So my wife went to the same high school with States.
Okay.
So we then stayed at Mill Park.
Yeah, sure.
And then we happened to meet each other by the elevators. So we become good friends.
Dope.
So there's nothing that she did not know about me.
Okay.
Right? And I think then my pops becomes a wingman in a way.
Yeah.
Because we were then arguing about tattoos and stuff. And then she's like, no, let me ask your dad.
Yeah.
Let me give you my pop's number.
Yeah. Why did you want to ask your dad?
Who?
Your wife?
Yeah. Because she thought maybe as a priest you would have more insight
okay.
of whether you should or should not.
Yeah.
And so they talked, and then she came back. No, I think I liked your dad's advice. I'm gonna wait a bit, and then I'll see how it goes. So, but then I borrow my wife a book because I realized this one time.
Yeah,
we're having a conversation. There's a couple of ladies that are there.
Yeah.
There's gents that are there. We're just chilling, and we're having wild conversations.
Yeah,
and she's advocating for different things. Dad, she doesn't like the story, but anyway. She's advocating for stuff. Every time she takes a turn, all the group of women move with her perspective. Every time I'm like, this lady is powerful. Yeah. But she ain't saved.
She's a cult leader.
So I'm like, I need to make a plan. So when I left home, I took part of my dad's books. I had a book called Destined to Reign by Joseph Prince.
Sure.
Borrow had the book. She has the book for like 2-3 days. She brings it back. She's like, I'm done reading it. And I think I want to accept Jesus as my Lord and Savior.
Crazy, bro.
And I'm like, wild. And so
she
got saved. Like, I keep on making a joke saying, you are my spiritual daughter.
Yeah.
But she gets saved, but on her own accord, honestly. And later on, because we then dated, we broke up, and then later on, when I went back, I think I realized, look, I this is what I said to her. I don't know why we broke up the first time.
Sure.
Right? But I don't think if you are going to approach this marriage with the perspective of you loving me as a first stance is going to work. I love you, and how you receive my love and decide what you decide to do with it is up to you.
Sure.
So I'm gonna come guns blazing because this is how strongly I feel.
Sheesh,
and if you don't reciprocate, that's fine.
Sure.
I think what you need to do is to react to the love that I give you, because I'm called to love. You are called to submit. So what's the point of you being interested in loving me?
Sure.
And so. Yeah, sure. And I think we had conversation about the love thing, actually, now that I remember. It was the love thing and the sex thing. So when we were talking about love and sex, we're like, man, we wish we could go back and collect pieces of ourselves from everywhere we've dropped them through sex and through loving other people.
Man.
And I was like, I ain't met nobody that speaks like you.
Sure.
They rare.
She's a cult leader, bro.
She's in me over as well. So literally that conversation was it for me. I was like, this is the one. Bro. And so when she one day publicly posted that she got WhatsApp baptized, I was like, let's go. She's ready.
Sure.
And then I go visit her at a place after she posted the video, and I was in another relationship. Right? In fact, I just come out of that relationship.
Yeah.
And I get to a place, there are sticky notes.
Sure.
And then there's one that I'm like, what's happening here?
Yeah.
And she was like praying that I be happy in the relationship that I am and for God to bless whatever that I do.
Man.
I was like, there's no way you can pray for me to be gone.
Man. Sure.
You care about me.
Sure.
And that was it.
Man. It's crazy, bro.
Wild.
And in this whole thing, where's your pops? Because you obviously eloquently spoke about
the wingman,
the relationship you have. So before he becomes a wingman to the relationship you have with your wife, 8 years old, you tell him that you go on a slew.
Big one.
Yeah. Where is he this whole time? What conversations are you having with him when you start dating?
We're staying downtown.
Yeah.
We've always been transparent. I
Sure,
think.
sure,
So I was the dance crew that I was in. I was headed with States,
Sure.
and so
It's hard to see you guys dancing, bro.
now.
It's hard, bro.
Look, I wouldn't even want to imagine.
Every time you say that, I'm like,
nah, not this body.
What is this, bro?
Brother,
it's not even the body. I'm just like,
really?
Nah.
I've States always say, man, you've grown to be more serious in life.
Yeah. And that's the thing. I'm like, you just have that energy where it's like, not too much I find. And
brother. Hey, I don't want you to go look for the fights.
No, it's okay.
But yeah, so we were quite transparent with our parents. So whenever we went partying, we would tell them the truth that we're going partying.
Sure.
We need the car for safety. We need the car to drop each other off.
Sure.
And also some of these events would perform there, right? So this other time they come to Joburg downtown.
Yeah.
And we're staying there. So it was my birthday, I think, a week before.
Yeah.
And so we told them about the birthday. We're going to invite friends over. People are going to come over.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Sure.
Now people are there. So the party happened. So States went back. And then when he was there, he called me and said, yo, buddy, there's this guy who stays here who wants to sleep here. I'm going to accommodate him. Okay, cool. Then our parents are there. They sleep over. And we are supposed to go to look for the place in Melpa. And now it's 10 in the morning. All the bros are in the one room. This is my dad, this State's dad, and another friend of ours, Jelza. Yeah. Jelza's dad in one bedroom.
Yeah.
Then they call me. So to me, what's happening here? We found pumps, a girl's pumps, shoes, and a condom. In a plastic bag. So what's happening? I'm like, yo, I have no idea. But truth of the matter is, I'm not in a relationship.
Yeah.
I want to be in one. The girls keep saying no. So, but this ain't mine. But that was just to stretch out the level of transparency. I think I remember during that time, because I think during that dating era, at some point I felt so lonely. I think the first time I bought a book. I remember I bought this book called I Can't See God Because I'm in the Way. Walking down the street, Joburg, there's cabbage, there's this chicken that's there, there's porn DVDs, and then there's the book. Sure. I can't see God because I'm in the way. That's how I felt. First time I bought the book. And so during that time, I think it was my salvation came at that point. So I then called my mom. I realized that there's something fundamentally powerful about the voice, a female voice. Because every time I call her, I just feel like, man, I feel great. Just from now on, keep calling me every day. Just ask me how my day was. Yeah. And I honestly said, okay, mom, I'm going to date you until I find somebody.
Sure.
And that was just stemming from the fact that I just felt there's just something powerful about a female voice, right, in your life. And so then, that's when I told them, guys, we are struggling. I'm struggling to find anybody. Then they called States later with gels and they asked them whose pumps and condoms they were. States were like, they're not ours. Yeah. So that side, I'm like, guys, we used to do this stuff. Yeah. Not anymore. Yeah. States also says the same. And so after that, they were just we took accountability, but I genuinely believe it was the other guy's stuff, right? But after that, they prayed for us. My dad, man, I think in the room, my dad's disappointment was vivid. Yeah. He was heavy.
Crazy,
And I think the funny thing is every time we've had that conversation, we had it twice. And I tell him that, so one time he preached a sermon that sin can prematurely kill your destiny, right? And after that sermon, I was like, yo, man, I think sin nearly ruined anything that I had left in me. And I tell him about the experiences we had in varsity and stuff. And he's shocked, right? And then the second time we have it post that meeting. And the second time I have it is he responded like it's the first time I'm telling him. I'm like, this old man is either in denial or he loves me that much. That I told you this before. For you to not remember that I said this, it almost feels like Christ's love, that whenever you come, it's as if this is the first time you're doing it.
Sure.
Right. And so, yeah, I've always pulled it. So I think the full circle moment for him as my wingman is the day I decide to ask my girl out, my wife.
Yeah.
It was on a day that we were going, I think, to my friend's mom's memorial service.
Sure.
So as we were driving there, I'm like, yo, I want to go ask a girl out. She's like, no, why are you telling me this? I'm like, at church, we struggle with women that have the consequences of things that happen in private.
Yeah.
And sometimes we could have avoided that by transparency. And so I want to open the way for those ones that may not have proximity to you to have this conversation. So that we don't have to date in the dark.
It's good, bro.
Yeah. So you guys must be able to know this is what we are trying to achieve.
Yeah.
Because it's with this thing of it looking like as you're a Christian, you guys, God will just show you, and next thing you are here. It's not true. It's not going to happen. People need to navigate through their emotions and navigate through relationships. And if it's done in the light, you can help.
Come on, bro.
But if it's in the dark, you can't. And later on, when we come back and I'm about to go on this date, the brother pulls up his expensive cologne and he's like, cha cha.
What's your point?
That was such a symbol of affirmation.
Crazy, bro.
Crazy. I'm glad it happened once. And the girl that I said I was gonna ask out is actually the girl that happened to be my wife.
Yeah.
Because that moment I was like, brother, you don't borrow me this cologne for nothing.
Yeah.
And also it was a bit awkward because I've never seen him to be that guy, right? Yeah. To endorse. But I've fortunately been able to be heard. And my dad takes me serious.
That's good, man.
Yeah.
Bro. That's incredible, man. Like, I think having the support of your parents and at such intimate moments in your life, man, really shape you in incredible ways. Ways that most of us who didn't have that don't even realize, that be acting from those scars. And it's only when we sit, parallel to dudes like you, we're like, oh, smack, that's what I was missing. I knew I was lacking, but I didn't know what it was. Right?
Yeah.
So now it helps us kind of circle back.
No, that voice,
to
man,
that
voice was important. I think I would have been lost in the whirlwind. Man.
Sure.
Easy.
Man.
I think I remember this one time I was in a strip club and I just felt like God is looking down on me and disappointed.
Man.
And next to him, I felt like my dad was next to God.
Sheesh.
And I was like,
I need to get out of here, bro.
I'm leaving. I ain't coming back. I don't want to feel this filth no more. And so, but it really helped shaped, even, you know how King Pharaoh says to the Israelites, you can go but not far. Yeah. So sin has a tendency of doing that, right? Chief, you can leave, but don't go far. Right?
Don't go far.
So having my parents around and the foundation that they've laid helped me not to go further deep in sin. Yeah. So every time you just think about, I'm privileged. I think one of the things that I fear and despise a lot is potential. I think potential is a tricky creature because it gives you the illusion of having arrived while you have done nothing. Yeah. So the fact that I grew up with the privilege that I had meant I have so much potential to be this guy. I told myself quite early on, I'm going to be an amazing husband, amazing father. Those things were not questionable, right?
You didn't have to imagine them. You saw
that
them.
was potential.
Yeah.
Right? And so that would have meant nothing. And till today, it would mean nothing if I don't ever get to realize that.
Do that.
Right?
Come on,
I think potential can be useless if it's not realized.
Come on, bro.
Yeah.
With your parents, just playing such a weighty role in your life, is that why you proposed
in front of them?
In front of them. Because I was like, hey, this dude, come on now.
So I think that was twofold.
Yeah.
Right. One, because my wife mentioned it in passing
Sure.
when we met. Like,
Sure.
2, it was because I think, sometimes you may propose, culturally people do things differently.
Yeah.
So you may then propose and then want to send a letter. Now already there's tension because
Sure.
you are supposed to send a letter and then
first.
propose.
Yeah.
But then the letter, then my wife already knows, then the proposal is no longer special.
Yeah.
And I think I've always, growing up, I used to say my dad is the most romantic guy I know.
Come on, man.
So I've always wanted to have the tada moments,
Sure.
right? And later on in getting married, you must measure the tadas because you don't surprise your wife with everything.
Sure.
So I was looking forward to the tada, and so
Yeah.
and also the fact that I think it would have been thoughtful that I paid attention when she said something in passing, and so. But then I would have taken off the weight of her having to explain that, okay, they proposed, but what, the letter must come or whatever. So fortunately, her parents were quite receptive. I called them. I was like, I want to do this. Y'all can tell.
Yeah.
And so please come through this side. And my parents.
Sure.
And I think it was quite special, man. I think as I would have loved it anyway. I think initially from just how I think I would have loved my parents throughout my journey of life to have been part of that critical moment. When she said it, I was like, man, come on, slam dunk.
Come on, bro.
That's the reason why I proposed in front of both my parents.
That's
both
dope,
our
bro.
parents.
Yeah. How was that for you?
Nerve-wracking.
Did you get your tada moment?
I did.
Dope.
My wife doesn't waste tears. But she cried. And I remember the dad saying to her, you must really trust this guy to walk all the way blindfolded
on a boat
and then come here. You really trust this guy. So I give you my blessings. And,
yeah.
He's quite a formal guy as well. So to see him and hear him say that, I think
big, bro.
was proper big and special for me. And I just also felt like, man, I think I gave the parents their moment. We shared the moment, right? Because as parents, they were able to just sit back and look at, man, we've raised adults and be proud.
Sure.
So I think it was a moment that both served us and them.
That's big, bro. It's big, man. How old were you?
How old was I? I'm late on my goals. I wanted to get married at 26. I think it was 28.
Okay.
I got married when I was 28.
That's good, bro. That's good.
I was really hard on myself for that one.
That's good.
But
bro.
in hindsight, I was not ready.
Yeah.
It happened at the right time. Happened at the right time.
I asked that because more and more, especially in, and let me just speak from our own experience in the Black context, we kind of pushing the bar further and further of what an adult is. You know what I mean? So when you saying your parents are looking at that moment and they're like, yo, we raised adults at 28, when a lot of Black parents would say, no, you're still young. You're still young, you know?
Yeah.
And part of what informs that is for them feeling comfortable that they'll declare you adults is when they think you've made the kind of money that will look after you and them. Right?
True.
And so I'm like, yo, realistically, like then we pushing 40.
No. And that's what eventually happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, look, what you just said about pushing the bar of what qualifies you to be an adult is so true.
Yeah.
To a point that some of the advice that you'd hear is that, no, man, eat your money, travel. I'm like, I think how I managed to just cut that philosophy out of my life was, if I'm gonna learn to travel the world by myself, learn to chow my money by myself, when am I gonna get the time to learn how to do this?
Get it, bro.
Get it. That class you're gonna fail.
Yeah.
So I'm going to that classroom.
No, bro.
So I just felt like it's something that is counterproductive if you think about if you want to get married. Well,
bro, you'll be 40 and you'll have a bunch of random pumps and condoms.
Facts,
bro.
Facts.
So and I'm like, bro, I don't get this thing, bro. And part of the fear is, you know, and here we have to also just, give grace, be sensitive towards our parents and their generation. It's because
Sure.
they do feel that maybe they were pushed, early.
Yeah.
But the circumstance was also different in that, like, they didn't have the kind of language that we have now of championing each other's dreams, go out and get your goals, etc., etc.
Which is a luxury.
Totally, bro.
Yeah.
So for them, it was like, yo, you old now, build a family. This thing of chasing dreams, whatever. Like, the only dreams is becoming a doctor, a lawyer, a teacher, a nurse, right?
Yeah.
And then if you don't meet that societally, anything else, that's normal.
Sure.
Like if you just become a plumber, a mechanic, or you live it. You're okay, right? You sell makuhinya, you live it. You're fine, right? And so now it's like, oh, smack, like there's things beyond doctors, careers beyond lawyers,
There's
careers.
being a creative.
There's smack.
Yeah.
Okay,
My parents did not. My mom did not take me serious.
Yeah. So I'm like, I have to be sensitive towards their generation and the stuff that.
No, 100%.
But even though there's that, I'm like, but you guys, the bar that was set for you to become adults has actually been beneficial for us, the next generation.
100%.
The thing that's
100%.
destroying us now is actually, it's not even destroying us. The thing that our parents are doing and pushing the bar further is destroying their grandkids. Because their grandkids have old parents.
100%,
Their grandkids have
100%.
people who are losing energy.
100%.
Right?
100%.
So I'm like, yo, this thing has generational consequences because we, one, want to correct the past, but secondly, we're so obsessed about preserving what we have in the present now. Where I'm like,
It's
yo, we're
affecting
not
the
thinking
next-
generationally, dog, you know?
No,
So-
facts. And it delays us.
Totally, bro.
Because then you spend the rest of your life also, what it does is you tend to think about doing things to please people.
Yeah.
And I think that steals time because some of the things that God has put for us are there's an appointment with time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Getting married late.
Yes.
You might be married.
Yeah.
But it's like when someone who decides to get born again on the deathbed. It's great. We celebrate that.
Yeah.
But you missed out.
Man.
You missed out. I think
Yeah.
you did not get an opportunity to enjoy the privileges of being saved.
This side of heaven, yeah.
Yeah, because it's like you just got saved as for just a access card into heaven. But
Man.
you've wasted opportunity to be able to experience community, experience God, experience everything that is wonderful that comes with being saved. And so it becomes such a waste to make those decisions very late.
Very late.
Like you say,
Hey, Blaque Nubon here from That Husband Podcast. Man, this is a bittersweet note because we've come to the end of our run of Beans and Bonds for 2025. Every single last Saturday of every month this year, we've hosted a Beans and Bonds, except 2 months, I think. But it's been incredible just to see all the conversations that we've had, the relationships that have been built beyond the space. It's just been encouraging and inspiring. And man, we have come to our last one. The 29th of November, we are hosting the Lost Beans and Bonds right here at Christchurch Midrand. Doors open at 9:30 to start sharply at 10. And we have the incredible couple, Doctors Jerry and Gugu Gule. And they're going to be walking us through what it looks like to stay married for 43 years. How do we talk about how forever happens, right? So make sure that you are pulling through for this one. There's going to be such incredible gems that they drop. Man, they're just incredible. If you've seen the episode that we featured them on, a lot of you were blessed by that. And so we're going to have them live at Beans and Bonds. And they're going to take center stage. You can bring all your questions, everything that you wanted to know about how you stay connected with your spouse, how you love people, how you don't get bored, how you remain curious. All of it is going to be happening on the 29th of November right here at Christchurch Midrand. So make sure that you are purchasing your ticket. You can go to thathusband.com and you will find a link that will take you directly to where you can get your ticket. Make sure you're buying one for you, your spouse, your friends, and everybody else that you know is going to benefit from this conversation. Pull through. This is our final one until next year, and so we want to end off with a bang. So make sure that you are pulling through for this one. Beans and Bonds, see you then, November 29th, right here at Christchurch Midrand. All right, peace.
you've wasted opportunity to be able to experience community, experience God, experience everything that is wonderful that comes with being saved. And so it becomes such a waste to make those decisions very late. Part of the things that I think I'm also lenient with the older generation about is the fact that we were not raised by them.
Yes.
We were raised by television,
TV, bro.
the streets,
Yeah.
school. Because they leave 5 a.m., they come back 6 p.m.
Yeah.
6 p.m., and now you must have defrost that chicken, otherwise you get a beating.
Hey, bro.
Because 6 is late,
late, my
right?
boy.
And they're going to start cooking then. And then next thing, you want to do your homeworks around 8, they tired.
Bro.
And so we were not necessarily raised by them, even though they were present within the physical radius of where we were. And so we wouldn't want to risk that delegation again.
Yes, again, bro. Come on.
I think part of being independent is trying to avoid delegating that responsibility to anything else.
Anything, bro. Yeah.
And so you're gonna be 50 and not have energy to run after your kid,
Man.
and then they're not gonna get the experience. Dad dropped me there by the traffic lights. Yeah, just there. Yeah, because you're not the coolest man in town. Skinny jeans you don't have a right size. It's not gonna work out. They're not gonna have memories. And the whole thing is about cherished memories, right?
That's good,
and
bro.
active memories that even when we are gone, that's the only thing that still lives on. Yeah, right. So they're able to say, like the moments that when I under 17 played soccer, when I was scoring the winning goal for the league, my dad was there. Whenever he was around, feel like, hey man, I'm on steroids.
Come on,
big guys, hey, Chief, who are you?
Yeah.
I'll take you on. And he'll be like, socks, man, socks.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, he's around. Yeah. So those moments live on in my mind. I remember we went to Step Up or Step Out dance competition. The queues were long. No, SA's Got Talent.
Man.
The queues were long. He was there.
Sure.
And he was which is one of the bar is too high, right? So one, growing up as a preacher's kid and seeing how much the ministry sucks the finances out of the family.
Bro.
I then wanted financial freedom.
Bro.
In chasing financial freedom, little did I know that I'm creating tension between time and opportunity, right? And so now my biggest struggle is being there for my family. Whereas I had an experience of having a dad who was full-time there for me. So you know when you misstep. You know when I come back and I feel tired and my kid wants my time, and I'm just like, I just want to rest.
Yeah.
Play on your tablet.
Yeah.
And then you feel bad, like, man. Like,
I'm delegating.
I'm delegating. Yeah. And so in hindsight, we are fighting different struggles from generation to generation. And it is important to know the struggles of your generation. Yeah. So hence I can't fault them. They needed to migrate from abject poverty to giving us opportunities. And so they had to focus on one goal. Yeah. With us, there's quite a number of dynamics. Like I was saying to you last time, that I feel the script of marriage has changed. We grew up on Miles Monroe's you gotta have a vision. A woman submits under a vision. Sub is under mission to the vision. And so we then caught up with that and had a vision. And the vision for me was financial breakthrough. And that has been a focus. But now we're in an era where not only provision is enough for your marriage, presence as well is.
Bro,
so
crucial.
They need the money and they need you.
Crucial, bro.
And we don't know how to be there and also make the money.
Man, it's crazy, bro.
That blueprint I don't have.
Bro, we're figuring it out.
Yeah.
We're figuring it out, bro. And at some point, something has to be compromised. Yeah. And I think you have to make the decision on which one is more important and which could be compromised. You know what I mean? And for me, I'm like, presence is is more important. I do want provision, bro. We have to, because without provision, you could be present and those moments are not going to be nice.
No, true.
You don't want to be present and stuffing.
No.
So you need provision to make the presence more enjoyable, right?
There's a level of contentment that we need to chase.
Yeah.
That 100. I think you're like, you know what?
100,
I think here,
yeah,
I'm good.
Yeah, that's good.
I think I'm at a point where now I wanna just give my family time and whatnot up to here.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, when do we measure when we become greedy, even though we seek opportunity?
Yeah. And you should know that for yourself.
Yeah.
Part of what you do in stipulating your vision is putting those boundaries.
Sure.
So these I'm not gonna go beyond this to achieve this thing. So here's my vision. Here are limitations for this vision. And I can't cross these boundaries. 100%. You know what I mean? So I'm like, if you don't, then every opportunity is a go.
No, 100%. Right? And for me, for the longest of time, every opportunity has been go. I think I'm still a slow learner in this classroom of prioritizing the bigger picture. I think you're still trying to get security around this provision thing. And for the longest of time, my marriage's biggest thorn has been nothing else but time. Right? And so you realize that one element of your life, good as it was, created trauma. Because now you fully feel like I must provide and bring financial freedom. And then because this base already exists of faith and trust in God, it's easy to just lend back. But you drift away slowly. Bro. And also you realize, hey, like you're saying, I don't have those boundaries. I think for me, part of the traumas of a pastor's kid is that you then grow up not necessarily knowing how to put boundaries. Because everybody has access to you, must have access to you. Everybody can speak to you and to your life and about you. And so you learn how to accept that, right? And so when you're doing well in Sunday school, they tell your pops. When you're not doing well, they tell them at school. So there is that constant reassurance and validation that is external that forces you to then not necessarily have boundaries. And so you then get married, and for the longest of time, my wife's cry would be, you don't know how to set boundaries that make me feel safe.
Bro.
And so it's been one of the toughest lessons for me to learn and unlearn.
Man, I remember recently driving with my kid, and I think I'd picked up from school. We were going to take a lot to pick up a package for my wife. We went somewhere else, whatever. And so we're fine. I mean, she's 6, so the level of conversation is as intriguing as it can be, right? And stimulating as it can be.
And cute.
Yeah. So we drive. And we're about to get close to my house. And every time I get close to my house and I know my wife is at home, like I just light up.
Okay.
I had like those things that just come alive in me.
Nice.
Right?
Lovely.
So now that moment happens. And then I'm like, oh, smack, like this moment normally happens when I'm alone. And I'm like, my kid is either at home already, you know? So then I look at her and I'm like, man, like cheating is very self-centered, man.
Very.
Like it's so selfish. And I'm like, even if somebody would justify it by saying, my wife is difficult, she's tough, whatever. I'm like, even in that moment, that justification is still selfish. Right? It is. It's very selfish. She's the issue. So I'm trying to protect me. I'm trying to look after. That's selfish. So I'm like, regardless of how you slice the thing, at the end of the day, you're choosing yourself. And that's why you go cheat. And then I was like, would I sacrifice sitting in some crazy, stinky motel, or let's say, I'm bowling in some fancy hotel? Would I sacrifice this precious moment with my kid and how, stimulating and intriguing a conversation with a 6-year-old can be? And I'm sitting with somebody and I'm gonna, whatever, have sex. It's pleasurable for those
I
minutes.
promise you, the
Bro.
minute the plane lands,
Bro.
the regret is gonna come rushing.
Hard. And then I'm like, I sacrifice this moment. The butterflies I'm feeling as I'm driving home, sacrifice all of that.
Gone.
I'm like, man, like there's nothing, there's nothing, bro, that's more important than this presence that I'm enjoying with my kid, the presence I'm going to enjoy with my wife. And so it could apply. And this goes into how you could set boundaries. It could apply to work and provision. You're cheating on your wife by spending more time hustling than spending presence with her. And could be justified again. I am looking after them. I need to and I'm like, yeah, at that moment, especially as somebody who believes in somebody who believes in God, provision comes from him. And he's the one who looks after you. He loves your wife more than you love your wife. He knows what your daughter needs more than you. And so if you're gonna be selfish to say, yo, but this rests on my shoulders, I'm like, let's call it for what it is. This is not a practical step on how you set boundaries, but it's a mind shift on how you can start setting boundaries.
100%.
You are cheating, Chief.
No, I'm in full agreement with you, because part of living and cleaving is that the Bible says cleave unto your wife, not work. So the cleaving onto work, because like you're saying, it's another woman. That's where the cheating. I've cleaved to something else, not necessarily my wife, and so it is in a big way. But also, I think one that I think hits home is the fact that, do you not trust that God can provide?
Can provide, bro.
And at times, just maybe I don't. Not because I don't believe, but because sometimes experiences can contaminate truth.
Come on, bro.
So you grew up seeing how ministry takes. You realize, I'm gonna gather so that when it takes, I've surplus. And so that experience, in hindsight, I think when one looks at it, it's like, so you are trying too hard. You know that God can provide, but you are trying to play God and assist Him in the provision. And you realize that the provision that you try together, you're gonna have to sustain. The sustaining is taking every opportunity that comes.
Come on, bro.
It's gonna come at a cost. And it will be a blessing that adds sorrow instead of a blessing that does not add sorrow. So
man.
It's I think if anything this year, God has been so vivid and loud. If I think He's silent and I don't respond this year, I think I may never hear Him speak ever. Because He has not been this vivid before. So it has definitely put in a call for change.
It's good, bro.
And doing better. Like
good.
I was saying, I think
good.
With somebody like me, the bar is already high. So I know what a good husband needs to do. It hits you more when you realize, this is not the standard.
Come on, bro.
This is D grade.
Yeah. And in no way are we saying that guys shouldn't work. In no way.
Not even.
Work, bro.
Work
hard, but put boundaries, bro.
Not even.
Put boundaries and say to God, listen, I know if I cross this line just to make an extra buck, I'm taking away from my family. So I'm going to trust that whatever money we can make with the resources I have, energy, skill, with the time I've agreed with my family, Lord, beyond this, you need to
100%.
Take these, it's 2 fish, 5 loaves, and multiply it.
And multiply. Come on. Wild thing, I think we went to this other marriage seminar and we come back and we're discussing about how a woman submits even to the level of provision the man can supply. Right. And at the time, I remember my wife was having a tough time at work. And we're like, man, she was like, I'm afraid to quit because I know how much my finances are tied to, the rent, the stuff we have. And one day she was sitting on the couch and we're taking a bath, and she was crying, just unprovoked. And I was like, just send in your resignation letter tomorrow. Remember the conversation we had about submitting to the provision of the level I can provide. I think the time has come. So whatever that I can bring on the table, that's what we're going to live off. And we had to downgrade. We downgraded because of that, to say, no, this is going to be an act of obedience. That we are going to trust God, that your wellness comes first, right?
Bro, that's big.
Because the Bible says there's this mispositioning that exists, right? That you are the head of the house. No. You are the head of the wife.
The wife, bro. Yeah.
So how well your wife is doing determines if you are a good leader or not.
Yeah, sure.
Not your household.
Yes.
And so we always have this thing, you are taking care. In fact, it's only in the book of Timothy where it speaks about young widows that they must marry again, and they must manage the house. So you realize that we are all called into a position of leadership. Some to manage the house, and some me to manage you. And to manage is not like to oppress you. If they say you are now the manager of Apple. It's like,
if you abuse that, you're getting fired.
You're gonna get fired.
Gonna get fired, bro.
You're gonna get fired. So it calls into, I think, a level of obedience that, yes, we may benefit from you. And this is where some of the relationships now suffer the dynamics of women earning more than men and whatnot. And it's just deciding, I'm going to be the head of your head. And being your head, I'm going to make sure that I take care of you. So you don't have to take on 5-6 different gigs for you to provide for us. I think that's not good for you. I'm not saying it's not good for us not to drive well. No. It's not good for you. So I'm going to make decisions that take care of you, that prioritizes you, because I am going to be accountable for managing you. Right? And so it when you are misplaced, man, you will manage the wrong things well.
Sure.
You are busy managing the house, busy managing the lifestyle. Chief, you are managing the right things. You are managing the wrong things well.
Bro, that's a whole chat, man. Because I'm like, that thing. I've heard a couple of women say whoever yesterday. In fact, this one chick was like, who's the chick who fought for us to work? Like we appreciate your efforts, but like, can you please take your activism back? We don't want to work.
Take it back.
We don't want to work. We want to be at home.
My wife had 2 years of not working. So after that period, she didn't work for 2 years.
Sure.
And in that 2 years, I think literally, I think a month or two after she resigned, then we find out she's pregnant.
Sure.
That 2 years, she's like, now she's back working. She's like, I could take that 2 years back anytime,
bro.
Because I was present for my kid. I felt like a mom. I enjoyed that time. I was like, that's what you deserve. Hopefully I can work hard enough and give you time.
Yes. And that's the thing. Like, in managing her, and she's managing the household, and you guys agree on that setup. Part of that is saying, okay, cool. How can we then speak about, those limitations that we're going to put in your provision? Why? Because we still want you here. And part of managing the household is, I need you here. And I need your presence. There's things that I need from you.
100%.
So together we can agree, yes, we are going to downgrade. Yes, we're going to live this. And I'm like, we need to be able to be fluid in how we make those decisions, because there's a thing that we're prioritizing. There's a vision that we're going towards. There's a thing that we're building towards, bro. And we're not just falling prey to the entrapments of city life. This person has the latest whatever. This person has a big house. This one is going on this holiday. And now you're like, yo, man, whatever we can. And you guys are not living from what you know you're capable of and what you guys are building together. You know what I mean? So
and
I'm
also
like,
then
yes,
you mishandle the capacity that God has given you. God gave manna according to capacity to those that have 4 or 5, given to 4 or 5, 2, given to 2. Now, you guys, there's a capacity that you can handle. Now, when you are busy trying to just, hey, next door, let's get a car, hey, next door, you are then, stretching your buns far wider than they can. And for what? Because ultimately you are just going to be pushing into the wrong direction, strain the marriage, strain yourself. All of a sudden now you feel like you've married the wrong wife. I struggle to believe the concept of a wrong wife, unless like y'all are not equally yoked. I think that's
sure, that's obvious.
But man, you make the wife you marry.
Yeah, and vice versa.
Yeah, so
sure.
This thing, no, I married the wrong wife. No, Chief, you want the easy way out.
Yeah.
There is no way when somebody wants to get in shape and now the muscles are aching. They're like, this is the wrong gym. You pull through because you think this pain has a reward.
Come
right?
on, bro.
And like you're saying, consistency in every aspect of life. If there is no doubt that men struggle with commitment. They start school, they finish school. They are in the gym. So if there's anything that you can start and finish, it shows that you've got capacity to commit. So you don't have commitment issues. You just like your options. Yeah.
That's the issue.
Yeah, the issue is you love options.
That's funny, bro.
Yeah.
Right. Bro, let's go back to your leaving and cleaving situation. Good family.
Sure.
Dad who's exemplary.
Sure.
Next level. In fact, you must invite your dad to the pod, bro.
I will.
Tell him when he comes this side, he must pull through, bro.
He struggles to articulate how amazing he's done.
No, we'll just have a chat.
Yeah, no, I'm he's that guy. So I'm like, you should write a book. Because I think you fathered well. And these sentiments are shared. I just got a call. In fact, this week, man, a friend of mine calls me, a high school friend of mine, calls me, man, I'm not in a good state. I'm in a bad state.
Sure.
I think my life has gone wayward. So we crack some jokes. Then we talk about it. He's like, man, I want to get my life back on track. Can I have your pop's number? He was my role model. I wanted to be like him. I was in a queue at Checkers. Well, I was in a queue in a shop. And I was buying cigarettes and stuff. And he was across. And he didn't see me, and I realized how far off I've been from the kind of vision that I had for myself. So he's, and weirdly enough, he did not have the upbringing that he's giving me.
Crazy, bro.
Yeah. So now I've got immense pressure to not turn out, contrary to what brought me up, right? Because maybe he had great motivation that I missed out on this. I better give it to my kid. No, I had it. Now I can't let that go.
Walk us through that, bro, because that's where I was going. What's that pressure like, bro?
The pressure.
We have the pressure of building the thing.
Yeah.
I have your dad's pressure.
I'm
okay. You come from nothing. You need to make something.
To make something out of it.
You come from something, and you have the pressure of raising the bar.
The pressure of not even dropping the ball.
Talk to us, bro.
Yeah. So the pressure is insane. But I think my man, once again, the old man intentionally, I think, gave me what a husband and a father is. He would often, I would come back from varsity, I wanna go play. Like, no, let's you'd ask me, do you wanna come with me or stay? Stay. He's like, no, but I wanna show you how fathers move. I wanna show you what fathers do. In those exact words. And I'll be like, okay. I knew it meant a lot to him.
Yeah.
So I didn't do it because I wanted to.
Yeah.
But because I know it means a lot to you.
Yeah, let's go.
But the blueprint is that vivid.
Sheesh,
that men do this. Men apologize when I'm going out to say I'm going to provide for my family. This is how you deal with banks. This is how you interact with people. This is and so the pressure for me is, I think, the same pressure I have about being a husband and being a father is the same pressure I have about my faith. I very early on in my life, I knew that God is going to save the least expected people. So people who grew up who were drunkards, who didn't care about Jesus. So my high school friends would call, who I know are just wilding, call and say, "Yo, Socks, man, I just got saved."
Sure.
And I'm like, this is what I saw. But the worst thing that would have happened is if they make that call and I've deterred from the journey. And with that privilege, I think it becomes such a big waste. So I've taken the responsibility upon myself. Even when I would have had horrible stories about marriages, and come direct. People just be like, "Yo, I don't know, I needed to tell you this." They tell me their marriage stuff. And oftentimes after that, I would then pray that may this not alter my view of marriage. And so I've always knew that marriage has the hardships. I think being in it now, I realize it's one of the hardest things you can ever do.
Hundreds.
But it's one of the most worthwhile things that you can do.
Yeah.
So the pressure is there. And I think my wife also, man, I think it's just grace. I don't think I've calculated anything. My wife also, I'm glad I married a wife that pushes me, right? Because somebody would have just said, no, come on.
Yeah.
Walk on the red carpet.
Yeah. He's a hero here.
Because in fact, she's the one that made me realize there's a lot to learn.
Sure.
There's a lot about myself, not about where I come from, that I needed to learn about how I husband.
Come on, bro.
And so my wife challenges me. And that's the reason why I chose it.
Yeah.
I didn't want anybody who would think that whatever I think of is gold or works.
Sure.
She challenges the standards. So for instance, my pops would apologize. I remember that last time there was an argument in front of us. It was me and my little sister. We termed it Mutlolwa Christmas. So they have an argument in front of us. We're supposed to leave. I'm actually angry. I'm in the car. Let's leave. I'm hooting. And then my dad takes time. In fact, he was leaving with us. Then he says, "No, stop the car." And then he goes back into the house. Then they talk. They talk for a while. And then they call us in. And then they apologize. And then for what you guys have witnessed and heard, this is not how we do things. And those stuff I've come across them a couple of times.
How old were you
then? First year, so 19, 20.
Okay.
So yeah, and prior to that, I've always had him apologize. Now I come into the relationship being good at apologizing.
Sure.
But now it's not your ticket out of trouble.
Nah, my boy.
Now it's like, okay, you are sorry for what?
Yeah.
No, but I said so. Like, then can't we move on?
Nope.
No, but your sorry should be repentance. You should walk away and change the things that you are doing. So those were things that now I'm learning that not even you don't then arrive at the place of apology. Now there's action that must follow. So now the good foundation that was laid is that I don't struggle to apologize, but it shows that I struggle to repent.
Come on, bro.
Yeah. So now those are, but also then how receptive are you in learning? Because then I don't hold on to my good. She has challenged me. I remember one of the times we had like a family function and we had to have a difficult conversation where she worked, right? And I was proud. I wanted to marry a wife that when I'm there, I'm like, that's my wife. Look at her move. And she was tired after that. And she was like, yo, man, I felt like I needed to perform. Right?
Sheesh.
And I was like, yeah, I never saw it that way. And that time, remember, after that, I grew up under affirmations and praise. So after that, we just affirm and praise and thank you. It's like, no, thank you. That thank you feels manipulative because it suggests that I must continuously perform to be accepted. Now, for you to alter that to say, oh man, I think it calls for us to also be present in moments where my wife could be needing me to save her instead of just looking as a spectator and watching people be wowed by her performing. To be seen, to be appreciated at a certain standard. Now that teaches you now also to then have boundaries to protect your wife, because then it's an easier escape route for me not to have to address it. Yeah, because she's doing well. Yeah, but you don't have to address the fact that no, pops, like she doesn't have to do 1, 2, 3, or can she not, or can we look at this differently? What are the sisters doing when she's working? What, so. It then calls for that level of sensitivity and awareness, which you realize you've got the good tools, but not every problem. If you've got a hammer, every problem becomes a nail. Yeah. So so now make sure that the right tools that you have, you apply them accurately to the right problems. That's and good, so with that standard and the pressure being laid, I think my wife is equally an iron that sharpens me as an iron.
That's why I always say, bro, marriage by design is going to change you. You just painted a very good picture and give us an illustration of that, because how you grew up, Makoti comes and does certain things, we praise, we affirm. That's how you grew up. It's a good thing, right? And she comes and she's like, nah, it's manipulative. I'm performing. So what does that mean? How you grew up needs to change.
Yeah, right? 100%.
If it doesn't change, bro, you're gonna stifle your marriage health. 100%. You're gonna tromp on her. You're 100%. Gonna bulldoze her, etc., right? And I'm like, bro, by design, this thing is gonna change. Even the good things.
Even the good things. For me, the trauma is the good things. Man, the bad things I see.
Yeah, they have to change. Yeah,
the good things,
bro.
That struggle is something else, and most are struggling to grow in marriage because they are holding on to the good things.
The good things.
Yeah.
Oh.
No. It'll
marriage will call out the good things even at that level for them to change.
Yeah. No, 100%, because your first line of protection is your wife. Man. That's your first church. That's who you are called to serve, not my parents. No, so I've had to now, with time, learn how to be like, no. Let's cut it there. Yeah, it's not gonna fly. Yeah, and it's even with them being such amazing parents, it's been tough lessons. It's been tough to take some of the things because the unlearning needs to happen. But I say to them, look, be gracious to yourselves, because you have not. I think one thing you must accept is that you've not been in-laws before.
Yes.
Right. So you are still learning how to be there. The same way I'm learning how to be a husband.
That's good, bro.
You all are learning how to be in-law parents. So be receptive to what we are saying and are letting you to. I remember not long I called our parents with my little sister, and we're saying, I think you guys must also start getting into the classroom of learning how to be grandparents. So they are also now, and unfortunately, man, it was a difficult talk, but they ended up realizing how necessary it was. And so at least now the privilege for us is the conversations are happening. And so that gives room for believing that things will change, right? But you're realizing, hey, as parents, it's not us who are learning to be husbands only. You guys are learning how to be in-laws. You guys are going to learn how to be grandparents. And now maybe that has not been your focus. In your whole life, your focus was, I want to be a great father. Yeah. And then you didn't necessarily focus on what makes a great grandfather. What makes
because if you become a great father, that means you raised a great son who's gonna get married, have kids. That's gonna change your stage.
100%. So they are also in the classroom of learning. So marriage is such an institution of learning, man. If you are anti-learning, you won't survive. Don't survive. If now you know everything. Chief, you won't fly.
Stop, bro. Bro, there's many other things, bro, in your story as well that have probably one surprised you. Because I'm like, okay, the pressure of having to become a good husband, learning how to repent and not just apologize. You spoke a lot about romance. And your dad being romantic.
No. My pop's Valentine's guy.
Come on.
Of course, 3 weeks later, that rose is in the garage. But man, I used to say this with the utmost confidence.
Yeah.
My dad is the most romantic guy I know. I've seen that, and so that has. I'll also then pride myself in being romantic. I think I've done.
What does your wife say? Because she's a recipient.
She agrees. Although my romantic game might have declined.
Why? Where was it before, and why has it declined?
It was on a level 100.
Come on.
When I was trying to get married.
Yeah.
It was. I think. Well, there are some things that I've done as culture, right? My wife fortunately loves flowers.
Okay.
So I don't know how many times she gets flowers till today. If I feel like it's been a while, I buy flowers. To a point that now it is. My daughter also loves flowers. So on her birthday, I bought her flowers. No, I love them, Dad. Thank you. So now I was like, I'm going to start the culture every year. I buy her flowers. So I've had, over time, those things you get too familiar with. And I think then it gets to, chocolates, flowers all the time. So maybe changing walk. So for instance, the hustling has made the simple things for me seem like they are not romantic stuff. Like the walk. We're just gonna walk and talk. Okay. But we do talk. So is the walk necessary? The ice cream, just ice cream cone. Okay, not McFlurry. So then, in trying maybe to always up my romantic game, you then think finances, the posh restaurants, the holidays. So I think only now I'm like, okay, and I think because my wife, man, I'm blessed, man. The simplest things make her happy. So legit, just time. I remember when we had to define quality time. For her, it's like undivided attention. I can have a room filled with people, and my wife is here. So that's quality time. We're all having a great time. For her, it's like shut the world off. I need you time, and so. The simplest things make her happy. I remember last time she texted me when I was just up in the morning and praying. She's like, man, that image, I woke up to that image and my heart was full. Like, oh, really? Now I set my alarm, 5 a.m. It's a romantic language.
Come on now.
To her. And so, yeah, man, I think I'm very attentive to what my wife wants. Then I try build milestones. She thinks I'm not gonna do it. But then the tadas with time, it's like when we started, I would surprise her maybe with something nice it's quite expensive. Then tomorrow y'all are taking with the money. It's like, chief. That tada was not well calculated, so
you put me chocolate, but now we don't have bread.
Now we don't have bread, right? So I've had to now measure my tadas. Man, I'm a hopeless romantic.
Shut up.
I think beginning the early years of our marriage, man, would set up like your Christmas lights, just have dinner in the house and dress up. Which was also wild when we got married via Zoom. People dressed up. Posted pictures of them wearing black and white. So we would dress up and dine in our own house. And she would like literally make a cuisine like a proper high end. She's gifted. She's such a creative. And so my creative. So with time, I think it just when you're busy and you're just thinking, because I've been busy for so long, then my next gift or romantic offering must be at the scale of your absence. So I think it has downed a bit, but there are still literally cultures that have not stopped. I remember she once said, look, man, Yeah, just to show that you thought of me. Sometimes when you're going to buy bread, don't just bring bread alone.
Yeah.
Bread and a chocolate.
Yeah.
That culture has been since in the 5 years we've been married.
That's dope, bro.
Whenever I come back, there's just something for her.
Sure.
And the flowers have been a consistent. Actually, I'm like, you get most flowers than most wives. She's got
in the world combined.
She's got vases for days. So I try, but I also enjoy it. I think I have a friend of mine who we try to outdo each other with being romantic.
That's dope, man.
Yeah. So he's like, no, I've done this. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm gonna do something.
I need to join that squad, bro.
Please.
I need to join that squad, bro.
You need the squad. You think your romantic game is not unlocked?
Nah, I think I could do better, bro.
Yeah.
No, I think I could do better, bro.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm like, I need guys to push me.
No, it helps.
So,
it helps.
Yeah.
It helps. Whenever you would then text me like, I did this, I'm like, I haven't done nothing in a while.
Yeah.
When I haven't done anything in a while, even those walks now seems tempting.
Sure.
Yeah. Like, babe, you wanna go
You wanna walk? Yeah. Bro, you're the first guest I've had who did a Zoom wedding, bro.
Yeah.
You did a Zoom wedding.
A Zoom wedding. The pressure was so.
And you did some illegal stuff.
I don't know about illegal.
To get your wife to the venue.
No. I have zero idea what you're talking about.
Listen, it's 5 years later. It doesn't count as illegal.
I just don't know what you're
It doesn't count as illegal now. It was illegal for a certain season.
Wild. The president comes on.
Yeah.
Announces that lockdown is happening.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to get married, I think, on the 23rd of April, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah. So it's a month away.
It's
because lockdown was the 26th of March.
Of March.
I think he announced it on the 21st, if I'm not mistaken.
Of
March.
Yeah. And so the lockdown was like, what, a full month, right?
Yeah, it was supposed to be 21 days.
21 days.
Yeah.
So now the 23rd was falling in the 21 days.
Yeah.
Right? Now, paid deposits, paid staff, jeepers creepers. What are we going to do now?
Oh, you paid for venues and...
Paid everything, right?
Wild boy.
Now, I've also signed a lease that I must move in May or April. I forgot. I think...
In March. Because you're getting married in April.
I was getting married in April, but I think my lease was supposed to start in May.
Okay.
Then, cool. I'm like, okay, let's wait this 23 days. Obviously, okay, then after the 21 days, then we'll open up, we'll go back, our lives will be normal.
Yeah.
Brother comes back. There is an extension.
Yeah.
See that extension? I think that extension, I was like, okay, now we must move.
Yeah.
Call my parents, what are we going to do? Because I need to get married. One, I've signed a lease. So it's going to be effective next month. So something must happen.
Sheesh, bro.
And now obviously everybody's just like, no, let's wait. But I'm like, the uncertainty. 21 now adding another. When he comes back, if he's going to add, guys, come on. What's going to happen?
Gonna be here? Yeah.
Then my pops called one of his mentors, Apostle Stoll in Davidson, and then says, no, the kids want to do something like this.
Yeah.
He's like, okay, sounds dangerous, but let's go. I'm like, okay, cool. Then obviously, then you needed permits to move, so I created a permit.
Oh, so you were staying in the east at that point?
Where were we staying? No, I was staying in Four Ways.
Okay.
But then I think that the day before we went to get blessed, I went to my sister's place in Midrand.
Okay.
So now I had to create a permit for my sister and my wife. We had to take gear because...
How were you guys considered essential workers?
I remember videographers had to like either do streams for churches or streams for like journalism. So we were considered as the essential workers. I don't know how, but
so you made your wife an essential worker, your fiance.
But she's a creative. She's a great. So she was going to help with the set.
Shout out.
So we had to dress all black like a crew.
Yeah.
Then we are there driving. The streets are empty. Like,
Sure.
I think from Midrand to Davidson was probably 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Because there was nothing on the road. At some point, they stopped us just to check if we got our permits. Then we passed. Then we get there.
Sure.
And then we do the Zoom link. We ask people to wear black and white. So people are logged in. Then Apostle asks me, so where's your ring? Ring I don't have. Then he goes into his office, opens a drawer. His ring is huge. So I had to hold it like these shoes are too big to feel.
Yeah.
Then he blessed us, man, and we got married. I think probably one of the first Zoom weddings at that time.
Yeah. That's dope, man.
Yeah.
And you got married, bro. You were adamant.
No, I was. It had to happen.
Yeah.
I think also, now we are. The fact that I knew I'd already lobolad was going to be a very tricky situation because now psychologically, you are finished. Yeah, so
Can't hold on anymore.
You can't. Otherwise, guys, I'm a ticking time bomb.
Yeah.
Anytime
It's tea time.
it's tea time. So I had to make sure, especially if I was gonna move, and there was no way we were gonna have to now pay 2 rents, and we are married. So I needed the blessing, and it was one of the times that really bonded us because when we moved in, there were those levels, so you couldn't buy. You couldn't buy curtains, couldn't buy pods. We couldn't buy beds, so we had to sleep on the floor in our new apartment. I would always have dinner by the staircase, and it was always cute without curtains. And, because we didn't have furniture and stuff.
Bro.
So I think we bonded for a good 2-3 weeks, if I'm not wrong. Over that setup, and so you'd get to stores and they say no, they've opened for pods but not beds. But like, guys, who's in charge? Because these things don't make sense. But yeah, man, those first few weeks of being married was interesting because of COVID.
That's dope, bro.
Yeah.
5 years in, what's your highlight, bro?
5 years in, highlight.
Yeah.
I think my highlight is it definitely has to be growing because of the struggles. Right? I think not only did the struggles make me a better man, but also helped me win in this thing I call a hustle, vision, or business. Because if you're wrestling with the time issue, now I was conscious of when I'm leaving the office. Because sometimes, as gents, we must be honest. Some of our conversation can be wrapped up in 5 minutes.
Yeah. It could be a WhatsApp.
It could be a WhatsApp. And so sometimes, because of the bromance, because of the great atmosphere, and this is how legit gents sometimes come back home late. No, it was too nice. And the wife is just thinking, it was too nice. You didn't communicate. We didn't know you were coming alive. And now it feels like there's an attack on the entire being. It feels like they are taking me. And whereas the reasons are legitimate.
Sure.
We just want to know where you are.
That's it, bro.
So all those things have really put my life in order. I look more organized than I actually am because of marriage. I am well received better because my life looks like it's put in order.
Sure.
And some of the struggles that I had to go through in my marriage helped me in broader scales outside than just marriage.
Man.
And now you are conscious, okay, let me schedule my meetings. So that by this time I'm done. Oh no, let me not take calls during the weekends. Because then I'll take calls during the weekends. Come on, but you must understand it's work.
Yeah. Bro.
Yeah.
Bro.
So now the boundaries that did not exist at all. Think my wife used to say this is her biggest fear. I don't know what I would lose you to because you don't have boundaries.
I don't know what I'd lose you to.
Yeah, because I could lose you to anything, your job, people. Yeah, because your boundaries are non-existent. You are available. I think one of her pains during the early stages of our marriage was that you are available to everybody else and we get the crumbs of you. right? So everybody gets the best of you. And then we have to deal and settle with the crumbs. And which is unfair that we perform everywhere, right? So when we come, me and you, the energy we're giving each other, we are putting our best foot forward.
Sure.
You meet friends, you are at work, put your best foot forward. And maybe contrary to, I think, Andrew Tate's philosophy of, when you hustle, and so when you get back, you need a place that is peace of mind.
Yeah.
So gents believe that a wife then that holds you accountable because you are late, because you didn't communicate. Now she's a catalyst of your stress. Because now she's supposed to be a peaceful space. She's supposed to be a peace of mind that makes you feel calm and celebrated, right? And whereas you come home, but you don't perform.
You don't perform, bro.
So you perform everywhere else. When you come home, like, we must just take you as you are.
As you are, bro.
So now we must be the ones that get the least of your effort. Whereas you spend, most of your time elsewhere and you give yourself, you give them your best. And so I think that then made me realize that, hey man, there is no time to be tired in marriage.
Sure.
It's once again that call of duty.
Bro.
So as much as we perform elsewhere, when you come back home, we must perform.
Dance, Baba.
Yeah, you must dance. Tired. And you know what that will do? The minute your wife realizes that this guy is tired and he's extending himself, then that treatment that you're looking for will genuinely come.
Bro. Yeah, because that's the thing I'm thinking of now. If you give them crumbs,
sure,
then she's frustrated.
100%.
And she's expressing that frustration. Sure. Therefore, you don't have peace.
Sure.
Right?
Sure.
So I'm like, the equation is simple.
No, it's very simple. But then it's become, but then the equation is not looked like that, because everybody then thinks like, no, what I'm bringing as the bag should equal the level of engagement of the crumbs, right? And so that's not the
humans don't function like that.
No,
bro.
not at all. So the level of engagement is what do you put in, right? So our families deserve our 110%
That's good, bro.
performance, and so I've had to learn to perform, and not just think that the curtain closes when I get home.
Yeah. Bro, let's close this curtain, dog.
Let's
Appreciate you, my bro.
Thank you for having me, man.
Man, this is inspiring.
I must say it's also quite therapeutic to sit across the table, share experiences, look, reflect.
Sure.
And I think I'm a big advocate for communities that builds us. I think we always, so there's a couple of married friends that we meet. So whenever I want some downtime, like I'm meeting with the gents, and she's like, "You're gonna discuss us?" I'm like, they are the reason we are still married. So it helps, because sometimes when you share, I think one of the other things that I really value about my marriage with my wife is that we are open books. I think I overshare. She doesn't. But that has helped us and so many other couples be like, oh, you all do that? I remember this other time we were going to a production shoot and my license had expired. And now when I got to the place to hire the car, they're like, no, the license is expired. And I came back in the AMs trying to sort that out. And she had said, before you leave, please just create time for us. And now I came back in the AMs. Now I'm thinking, nah, but you can't be angry because
I was sorting out stuff.
But you left home knowing the license expired. Then I felt no, I don't take that one. And so I went over like Friday, Saturday, not communicating with her. And then when we were talking with the gents, and they were just like, you went a day and two not talking to your wife.
Sheesh, bro.
That's wrong, chief. But I felt justified. No. But only then when they were calling it out, I was like, oh no, this is real, right? So I didn't read it well. And so then I got to then come back, apologize, and do things differently. So I'm a big advocate of communities, spaces that encourage husbands to still stay married, but also confront some of the real challenges that are there.
That's good.
I think there's a struggle that men have in marriage that is not properly articulated. The weight of being a present husband. I remember I made an awful joke when my wife was pregnant, and I was like, "Ish, man, I understand why these gens that impregnate run away.
Yeah, sure.
Because this thing is tough.
It's rough, bro.
And that weight is the reason why most leave. That weight of thinking, man, my wife is not the one. This thing is too hard for me. I can't provide at the level that my wife wants and whatnot. When you're in a community of other married guys, they get to give you perspective, especially Christian married guys. They help you navigate. Sometimes guys that you are just like, look, we don't have advice. We don't have the 7 tips to help you. We're just gonna pray.
It's gonna pray, bro.
Just gonna pray with you and hope that God pulls through for you. And sometimes those things make a huge difference.
Yeah, they do.
So kudos to you for this space. That I think gives a blueprint to so many husbands that did not have it. I know that had it not been for the blueprint that I had, I would be a very useless man in society. But by God's grace, I've been given the privilege, and once you have the privilege, share it, man.
Yeah, come on, bro.
Share the privilege. So, I had a great time.
Appreciate it, bro.
Yeah,
man,
brother.
You'll be back here again
with my pops,
with your pops. And we're gonna rock, bro.
Yeah, no. When he's around, I'll give you a shout.
Please, man.
Yeah.
Thanks, bro.
No, you're more than welcome, brother.
Appreciate it, guys. Please don't forget to leave your comments. If you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe. Hit the notification bell so that you're updated. Every Wednesday we drop an episode at 11:30. Man, let us know what you thought about this. If you have any thoughts, questions, please do leave them in the comment section and let's engage. See you next week Wednesday. All right. Peace.